Now we're going to show how to use Excel to analyze the Solow growth model. So in order to do that, I want to set up the columns for the data. Output, capital, investment, and depreciation. Over here, I'm going to set up the variables. Okay, we have the investment rate, depreciation rate, the level of technology, and the level of human capital. I'm also going to specify the production function. I'm going to put those values in column I. For the investment rate, I'm going to have it at 35%, the depreciation rate at 2.5%. I'll set technology at 1, human capital at 2, and I'll just type in here so that I remember the production function, which is A times E times L times capital to the 1/2 power of the square root of capital. Same production function we've been working with in the book. Now I want to put down the entire column of capital, since that's our main variable, from 1 to, say, 1,000. I do that by typing in the numbers, putting the cursor at the bottom, and just pulling it down. Copying. This is copying cells, and I'm copying the formula in a sequence all the way down to like 1,000. I got to 1,050. Okay. Then I type in the formula for real GDP. I need to press an equal sign. Okay. Then I need to put in $I, $3 times $I, $4. That's fixing the cells, technology and human capital 1 to 2 to enter into the formula. Then times square root of whatever is in column B. This time no $, because I'm going to allow the capital to vary. Okay, so you can see that when technology is 1, human capital is 2, and capital is 1, I get an output of 2. And by copying these down, I get the different level of output. So capital 4, technology 1, human capital 2, gives me an output of 4. Capital 9, technology 1, human capital 2, gives me an output of 6. Now I want to copy those down all the way as well. Highlight these, put the cursor there, pull it all the way down to the end of my file. Now for investment, I know that's the investment rate, $I, $1, times whatever capital is. I'm sorry, times whatever output is. Because investment is a percentage of output. For depreciation, it's the depreciation rate, $I, $2, times whatever the capital stock is. Highlight those, pull it all the way down. Overshot. Now I can do graph of this, and let's take a look at it. So I click on Charts, Line, hold in there. I'm going to get rid of capital. I'll pull out so you can see it better. Oops. And you can see that for those values, the steady state is approximately at 800 approximately. To pinpoint it, you're going to have to look on the spreadsheet, which is going to give you a steady state output. It looks like the depreciation point and value at the steady state is around 19 3/4. If you look on the spreadsheet, it's exactly 19.6. And the output steady state is right above that. Okay. Let's take a look in the spreadsheet so you can see. I need to move this out of the way. For these levels of capital, investment is exceeding depreciation. That would cause the capital stock and therefore output to continue to grow. That will continue until you reach around 19.6. Getting there. It's a little tedious to scroll down when I have the QuickTime on. I can't do all of the mechanisms that I like to do. Almost there. There you go. At an output of 56, capital stock of 784, investment and depreciation are both at 19.6. Now you can change the any of the values that you wish. You can change the level of technology, the level of human capital, the investment rate, the depreciation rate when you've plugged it into Excel, and then you can see how the steady state would change and how the graph would change. We'll do one of those examples right now. I just need to scroll all the way back up to the top. Okay, so again, let's move the graph out of the way. And now let's change human capital from 2 to 1.5. And you can see it automatically will change it in the graph. It's kind of cool. And you can see now that the steady state occurs at a capital stock which is quite a bit lower than before. And an output would have been cut nearly in half, about low 30s from 56. And the depreciation and investment are now down closer to 10 instead of 19.6. That's just by cutting the level of human capital from 2 to 1.5. You can see how that might change further. Let's say that we now increase the depreciation rate from 2.5% to 5%. Now that really sliced in to the steady state. It shifted the purple line, the depreciation line, up substantially. Again, let's increase the investment rate to kind of even it out a little bit. Now the investment rate's at 50%, and that's shifted the steady state back out somewhat. So you can play around with this. You can change production function. You can change the level of capital, human capital, depreciation rate, investment rate, and you get different pictures of the variety that we did in the text and in the previous PowerPoints.